To the Creative Nomad, presented by TrueAwesomeLife.com. I'm your host, JP Adkins, and I created this podcast because I want to tell the stories of the radicals, the ones who are out there making the world a better, more beautiful place, the amazing authors, artists, musicians, thought leaders, coaches, and yes, nomads who are out there living their true awesome lives and want to help others do the same. Are you ready to live your true awesome life? Go to TrueAwesomeLife.com and start your journey today.
Hello, everyone. I am so friggin' amazed and astonished and excited that Mr. Spencer Jones is going to be here with us today. You know, I met Spencer at the Unleash You event here in Nashville not too long ago. And one of the great things about him for me was that he is the Prince of Positivity. You know, he really does help you find ways to change that mindset and live your life, your true awesome life, as I call it. So, Spencer, please introduce yourself. Tell everybody how amazing you are so I don't have to.
Well, thank you so much, JP. I really appreciate you having me here. This is so exciting. I love talking positivity, mindset, things like that, because, living your true awesome life is, to me, is living your life to the max, getting the most out of life. And so that's what I do. I'm blessed. I'm lucky enough to be able to do that, help people have a positive, abundant mindset, grow that positivity in their life. To help them believe in themselves, grow that confidence, and step outside their comfort zones and go, okay, this makes me nervous, but we're going to rock it. We're going to own it. And this is me chasing my passions, doing what I love to do, and really making a difference in the world. So I guess to put it in a simpler way is I'm an igniter. I help ignite that light inside you so you can shine bright.
Wow. You know, you are probably the first guest that I'm not going to do my normal first question is, I know that's what you do, but who are you at your core? And you just told us you're an igniter.
Dang right, that's what I do.
And like all true being statements, right? That as soon as you said it, I'm like, yes, that's you.
Mm-hmm. It took me a while to figure that out, right? Because in a previous life, quote unquote, a couple of years ago, I was a middle school, high school choir director. And people ask me, who are you? I would be like, oh, I'm a teacher, or I'm a student, or whatever. And it's so easy to say those things. And yes, you are those things as well, but you're more than that, right? And so how can you really encompass your spirit, your soul, your energy, whatever you want to call it? How can you encompass that into who you are? And so for me, on this journey of life, I've discovered, oh my gosh, and I'm not trying to boast. I've just been told multiple times that I'm a great motivator, inspirer. I can really help people believe in themselves. And so what does that look like? What's a word or two that could symbolize that? And so for me, it was an igniter. Like, let's ignite your life. Let's help you believe in yourself and be confident in who you are, knowing that you are enough just the way you are, so you can, live your true awesome life.
Yeah, and I live life to the max.
Right.
Live it to the max. For me, I'm a divine space anchored by my in-breath and solidified by all other sparks of the divine. That's me at my core, right? And then there's a couple other, it's a whole paragraph, but that is me at my core. And I just love how you can put it that simply, that readily right there, and I believe it's so true. It's so true of you. So I want to talk about American Ninja Warrior because I'm a fan, okay? And I know that you have been on, and it's been great, and you train. So, talk a little bit about that. What's that like to do that whole process?
Well, so I just want to be upfront and totally honest and clear, right? I've never been on the show yet. I'm striving to be on American Ninja Warrior because I see the people on there, and man, they're pushing themselves. They're trying new things. One thing I love about it is really that they're pushing themselves to the limits, and they're going to failure, right? They're going to try something and get it, or they fail and they get back up and they try again, right? It's facing the unknown and trying again. So I've applied 3 times. They haven't accepted my application yet, but we're going to keep trying. There's no quitting here. It's every year, just keep applying. But I love doing that and chasing my passions, which has fitness. Been doing that for 9 years now. Holy cow. I've been in the whole fitness world and love the ninja mindset of, okay, it's pushing you, you're trying something new, you go to failure, as I mentioned. So much so that I built a ninja course in my backyard, just to challenge myself. So a whole rig back there where you see some obstacles on American Ninja Warrior. Well, we have some of those in our backyard, plus others, right? We have rope climb, we have peg boards, we have like fingertip boards that you have to cross, ninja grips, monkey bars, like, a whole bunch of different things, all just to challenge you. And that's what it does, is it challenges you. I have a weekly workout that I do. A couple friends come over and we push each other, we challenge each other to try upping our numbers from last week. Maybe a little competition between each other, maybe, but some healthy fun for sure. And then we actually have events here where we bring people to our house and they get on the ninja course. Even people who have never been, right? People who, you wouldn't think looking at them going, oh, why are they doing this? But we help them conquer their fears, and they have success. Over that ninja course. So it's really exciting to see them learn, grow, and improve, and to do that for myself as well.
I love it. Yeah, I am looking forward to being on it in October. Spencer is doing an amazing event. I keep saying amazing a lot. That's the word that comes up when I think about Spencer. It's just amazing.
Well, thanks.
And I think that even as a choir kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the people that really made a difference in my life was my high school choir teacher. Like, I want to cry thinking about her, Miss Peters. When I really needed somebody to be there for me, she was the one. Right up to I was trying to get into school, and we didn't teach enough music theory. Like, theory wasn't taught in I had band. I had 3 years of choir, 4 years of band. I was in marching band, but we didn't learn theory in the curriculum. It's like we learned more in elementary school about theory than we'd ever did in high school. So basically, you were handed sheet music all the time, and here, play this. Oh, you need to sight read. You need to do this for whatever competition, whatever. But it was really just play. And she really was there. So I know you as a teacher and as a igniter, thinking of you working with middle school students, and the confidence that you can have given them, and the amazing mindset that you would have baked in, right? And that's just.
I was gonna say, it's interesting, within choir, middle school and high school is such a unique time in our lives, especially middle school, because that's when we're experimenting in so many ways of, are these my friends? Is this my friend group? Do I dress like this? What do I think? What kind of music do I like? Really formulates in middle school, and then into high school, it starts to solidify, but it's still very much so in flux. And if you are in any of those creative things at all, and this could be any classroom, right? It could be your English classroom, your math, whatever, but especially the arts. Like when you get to be in art or band or choir, you're allowed to express yourself more. And while English and math, yes, you can. It's more upfront and more obvious in those other classes. So for me, it was choir. And so I really tried to solidify the idea of you're in a safe place. You're able to express yourselves, to feel this music, because the composer wrote it to emote some kind of emotion, or to evoke some kind of emotion within the listener and within the performer. So what is that? How can you make that happen and relate that to the audience so now they're feeling that as well? And we just really made it a beautiful family. So like everything I do, even now, although I'm not in a classroom, we have our Energizer community, kind of like the Unleash You family, right? We have this community of supporters. Well, we had that within our choir classroom. Everyone in the choir was a supporter of one another, and we worked hard to do team building, to build that community up so that you knew that you had a team by your side. And I can't tell you how many times I've been told that choir was their favorite class, but the safe place where they could go, and no matter all the crap going on in their home life or at school, they could come to choir and just be them. And it's so amazing now that, I did that for 9 years, and I'm 2.5 years out of that now, that it's amazing to see the students grow and become adults and see what they're doing and how they're chasing their passions, and how that confidence and the community that we built up then is still part of who they are today. It's really amazing.
Yeah, and I bet they keep in touch with you. You're one of those teachers that I believe, like, and I'm just generalizing, I'm sure, but in my core, I know that you're just one of those teachers that people keep with.
I had a rule. They could not friend request me on Facebook until they walked across the graduation stage. So as soon as they walked across, they could friend me. And I literally had one student, as soon as they crossed and sat back down, I got a friend request from them. But usually it's the next day or two. But I keep up with many of my former students.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And it just goes to show, right? When you're in your purpose, when you're truly in your purpose, it doesn't matter. Yes, you're a coach now, right? And you work in the coaching community, but you were doing that back then.
Exactly. It was just a different label. I mean, I was doing it through music and creating a safe place there. And I love teaching. It was a blast. But when I was there, I felt called, especially the last couple of years, I felt called to do something bigger. I don't mean to make it sound like I wasn't doing anything big, because it was.
Yeah.
But to be at a grander scale. And so while I was teaching in a classroom, now I get to teach from stage, quote unquote,
right.
And to help even more people. So now the focus isn't on students or 18 and younger, it's on adults, right? 18 plus, right? I've been working with people who are in their 20s, early 20s, to people who are in their 60s and 70s, to really help them just get the most out of life and feel like, all right, this is who I am, this is where I want to be. And, I didn't get to do this when I was younger, but, I can now. And how can I keep this going?
One of the things that I'm excited about is that you're doing the Jonesy 4 University. Is that what you're calling it?
It's the Jones and 4 Academy. Yeah.
Academy.
It's awesome. It's like a university.
Yeah.
We're super pumped for this. It is, okay, let me just say it this way. Personal growth is how you improve, how you get better, right? You're improving yourself. You're trying to learn and grow as much as you can, but so much of it is piecemealed out, right? It's all broken apart. Like, I have to take this training here. I have to take this over here. And, you're just trying to find the right training for you and the right people, the people who know their stuff and resonate with you. And I don't know, I've done it. I've used lots of time, lots of energy, lots of money. And I'm like, there has to be a better way. And so we created the better way, called the Jones and 4 Academy. And basically what it is your university, your academy for personal growth, your hub for personal growth, as we're calling it, because we've curated a number of experts to come in and teach training. So videos or courses or cohorts where it's live, virtual trainings or courses for you in one spot. So now you don't have to go, I have to go over here, I have to go over there and see if they're, they know their stuff, what their reviews are. We've done all that for you. We're your one-stop shop for personal growth, and we're super excited. It launches June 1st of 2022. So we're pumped. So from the time we're recording this, that's about 2 weeks away, 16 days to be precise. Not that I'm counting down. And
you got it right in front of you, don't you? The big countdown.
Huge countdown, just rock and roll. I'm so pumped for this. It is going to be an amazing resource for people, and we can't wait to share it. So if any of you are interested in joining, you can or checking it out, you can go to jonesand4academy.com.
Yeah, he's literally, from what I've heard, it's been amazing. I'm looking forward to doing it myself and being a part of that. So what has been the biggest lesson you've learned for somebody that are on that process of like getting out of their 9 to 5, even if they love it, because I could tell that you love being a teacher, right? So what was really the catalyst of, all right, so today's the day?
Well, I think a lot of it was, it's what you said earlier. You're living in your purpose. So I was living my purpose when I was choir directing. I loved it, and it filled me up, fully filled me up. But at some point in that 9 years, honestly, it was probably within the last 3-ish years of that, I realized, okay, this isn't filling it anymore. There's something missing. I feel called, I feel pushed, I feel pulled to do something else. What does that look like? And I started experimenting, doing different things. I chased, one of my passions is kayak fishing. So I started pursuing that and just sampling it on the side, right? I was still teaching full time. Let's go kayak fishing and see if that's it. And I started going down that road and realized, nope, this isn't it. Because it started to feel like a job, right? When I went out fishing or doing stuff that I love to do, it felt like a job. And I didn't want that to happen and burn out like a lot of my friends did. So I said, okay, let's just hold on that and let's see what else it is. And then I realized, okay, personal development. Oh, I'm helping people. Oh, I'm helping kids. Oh, let's start doing this on the side. And for me, it was a point of going, all right, this feels good. This feels right to me. We're having success as we go along. Let's talk with my wife, see what the financials are and all that. But then let's take that plunge and see what we can do. Now we're almost 2.5 years into the whole going full time, and it has been amazing. Like there's been stumbling blocks, right? You had COVID-19, which definitely caused a little a struggle and stress, but all in all, it grew or made it even that much better. And we grew so much, and we're impacting thousands of lives now and aiming for millions soon.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them, so thank you.
Well, thank you for being part of our Energizer community, brother. I appreciate it.
I am. So what's next? You got the academy coming. I know that you're doing a retreat also pretty soon.
Yeah, so I appreciate you asking. So we focus on four things are our big focus, right? So one of the things that, if anyone's here interested, we do a positivity challenge. It's absolutely free. So we just want to help you get that foundation of positivity and that abundant mindset. That's on Facebook. We can check that. It'll also be in the academy as well. And then the Jones of Four Academy, which you talked about. And then we love doing retreats. We love doing adventures and things like that. So we have our Challenge Days event, which is where people come and they intentionally step outside their comfort zones. We go on the ninja course. We bring in things that you may have never done, or maybe you did a little bit, like jujitsu, Krav Maga, Pilates, obstacle courses, things like that we have fun with and just push you outside your comfort zone. So that's a lot of fun. We also do a meditation retreat throughout the year, and that's when you're coming to in October. So that's going to be fun. We're going to go walking and hiking and just sit around a fire and have these great meditations, great mindset chats and sessions, things like that. And also in winter, we do a winter yoga retreat. So we go skiing or snowboarding and then do yoga every day and stretch it out and have some fun. And so that's what we do. Like, we really focus on helping you be at your best and giving you the tools to do it through JFA, through the 5-Day Positivity Challenge. And then also the retreats and events are there to kind of springboard you and to give you that extra zest as you're going along. It's always fun to get together and have that energy. We have a couple other big things planned, but I'm not able to share those yet. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, I'm like, I am so wanting to chomp at a bit right now that I can't chomp at. So,
right.
I'm like, there's so much that is coming. You guys don't even know. I am so excited. And look, guys, Spencer really is one of those people that's genuine. One of the things that you can say about him is that he's just a genuine soul. I am privileged to be getting to know him more as we go on. And I'm privileged that I got to meet him at the event that I did, because that room was such a safe and inclusive room that even though I was completely uncomfortable through the whole thing, like literally, I think that I would have to look at my notes to see exactly what I wrote, but everything in there was all about how I could actually show up, right? And Spencer is one of those people that just shows up. He could, when he's there, you do that, it's right there. So much so I'll tell you guys a funny story. I go up and I was doing I had this plan to do some attraction marketing because I'm very uncomfortable one-on-one. Okay, so I could do this whole stage. I could be on stage. I could do this all day. I could, if I have a reason to call you, we could have a conversation, but I'm not reaching out to you probably Like, this is just in my space, and I'm probably not gonna be the one that comes up to you in a room. It's just going to make me want to throw up through the whole thing. What to say, what to do. I don't care if I have a script for you. I'm just still gonna be. And so I brought cookies with me, and I was gonna sit outside, and I was gonna say hi to people and have them come over and get a cookie. Well, I ended up getting there a little bit too late for that. So I had 2 packages of cookies, chocolate chip cookies, that I'm trying to get rid of at this point because I'm not eating 2 packages of chocolate chip cookies. And so I'm going around. At this point, I have to do what I really hate doing and going around to people. But I have a reason to go around to people because I have these cookies, right? So I go up to Spencer, who is very much into fitness, very much into things. And I'm in a room that is like doing no sugar, no nothing. So cookies was not the great idea anyways, but that's, neither here or there. I go with the Spencer, and has these really great bracelets he had, right? And I wanted one, and it was funny because I wanted one of them, and that was one of the reasons I went to him specifically, and I was offering him a cookie. I never grabbed the bracelet. We had a really great conversation. It was really nice. He made me feel very comfortable. We had a really great chat, and I never grabbed a bracelet. And so when I told him that later, he said, well, what's the address? I'll mail you one. I'm like, I'm going to see you soon. I just know Spencer's one of those people I'm going to see again because I'm going to make it a point to be in his presence, right? And I think that if there's anyone that I've ever promoted, ever talked about here on the show, he's one of the ones that I can tell you that you want to be in his presence. So
thank you. Thank you for that, brother. That means a lot coming from you, and I truly appreciate that. So thank you so much. And I was wondering why you were walking around with cookies, but that makes perfect sense now. I was like, okay, that's a cool way to get to know people, but now knowing the backstory, that's really cool. And yeah, my fault too. I should have noticed you walking away without the bracelet. I'm like, I should have got you on right away. But a good reason for you to come back, and I'm sure we'll be meeting together and working together again.
Yeah, I was laughing though because I'm like, I realized it when I sat down because we were in a break, and I was like, I sat down and I'm like, I didn't grab a bracelet, and then you can't go back because everything's starting, and I can't go back and like say, hey, I want a bracelet, dude. But Spencer has really great bracelets, so if you want to go, make sure that you get one.
There it is. Live your life to the max.
Yes. I still have my Unleashed You one on.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, I still got the Unleash You. So with my other
shout out to Unleash You, because that's where we met at the Unleash You event in Nashville. That was an absolute blast. Just amazing movement leaders and people who are really impacting the world. So in fact, you were there, I was there, and many, many other people. It's incredible. So shout out to them, and check them out if anyone's interested.
Yeah, definitely. Michael is supposed to be on soon. Like I know that he has signed up. I just can't remember when. So again, another person I'm super excited to have on. Spencer, what is one thing? So, you know what? Let's go back to this. What is it okay if I ask you some of life's big questions?
Go for it. I love life's questions.
Awesome. Oprah, I got this from Oprah, obviously, and when she got the own network, started finishing with these. What do you think happens when you die?
What do I think happens when you die? Oh man, I love this question. Okay, so here's my thought on it. My thought is we are energy beings having this human experience. So when we die, our bodies are done, right? That we've exhausted our bodies through whichever way that is. And then our spirit is released. This energy being is released. Our soul, or whatever you want to call it, is released. And we go back to where they hang out. And maybe it's just all around us. Maybe it's heaven or whatever you want to call it. But our energy beings just kind of hang out, and we have conversations, do whatever, see what life is. And then my thought currently, and this is all open to change, is that, we can pick and choose, like, hey, I want to take another ride as a human, or I want to be an eagle, or I want to have this experience, and then we go pick and have that experience. And knowing that, for a human, okay, we're going to totally forget about the spiritual world for a while. That's part of this deal, right? You kind of wipe your memory of that. Some of us are wiped more clean than others, and some people have that stronger connection to us. And I think as we go through all these different experiences, whether it's an eagle, a deer, or a human being, or whatever, we improve ourselves and we grow as a spiritual being. Our vibrational self gets higher and stronger, so that for me, I believe in God. God's the main vibrational being, but we're all his children in a sense of we're all vibrational beings as well. And so we just get to raise our vibrations as we have more experiences. That's all.
I love it. Very similar in thought. So thank you.
Of course.
What is reality?
Reality is whatever we perceive it to be.
Awesome. And what brings you joy?
Whew. What brings me joy? 1,000 things bring me joy. 1,000 plus million things bring me joy. Knowing that I am here, chasing and living in my purpose, chasing my passions, helping others, that's one of the many things that bring me joy. But the simple pleasures, right? Finding my gratitudes, knowing that I'm blessed to be here, that I have so many incredible blessings in my life, big and small, obvious and not obvious, that all of that brings me joy. There's so many things. It's so easy to get lost in the things that the things that suck, the things that are hard, the things that bring you down. It's so easy to get derailed and feel like life's against you, but there's so many things working in your favor. We just need to see that and be aware of them.
What is your favorite sound?
Favorite sound? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've never thought about that one. Okay, we'll say I love kayak fishing. So I would say, like, man, when a fish takes that line and you pull it tight, that zzz of the reel when they go running, oh, that's just exciting.
Love it. I love it. And oh my goodness, I can't remember anymore of them. Okay. I'm like, there's a whole, yeah. I so appreciate just this time that we spent together, that you being on and being so open and who you are for the world. Like, I know I gushed a lot about you, but it's because you are just one of those genuine people that are out there doing it. So thank you. You are changing the world. Hundreds of people at a time now.
Well, thank you for that, brother. I really appreciate that. And you are doing the same, right? You're shining your light. You are changing the world. You're impacting the world. So thank you for being you and sharing your light. And can I just say 3 things to your audience? Real quick? Okay. I didn't get a chance to say this earlier, so I want to end with this now. So if you're listening, just lean in a little bit and pay attention to these truths I want to share with you. 1, you are amazing. 2, you are worthy. And 3, you are enough just the way you are. You don't have to do anything, change anything, or prove anything to anyone, not even you, because you are enough. So thank you. Thank you so much, JP, for having me on. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you guys would like to share a thought or your favorite takeaway from this episode, hit me up on social media. I'm at JonesIn4 on Instagram or Facebook, or message me on Facebook. I'm here for you. I'd love to hear.
Yeah, and all of that is somewhere, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or the show notes or wherever, it's there somewhere. Like I said, I just can't get enough of you. I thank you so much for being here, and check them out. Really, just point blank. I will see you guys next week. I will have a big announcement next week, so you want to be on the show, because I'm just over the moon. So thank you so much. You guys have a great week.
Thanks for listening to the Creative Nomad Show. If you have any questions about this or any other episode, go to creativenomadshow.com. There's also a link at the bottom. If you are a radical and would like to be a guest, you can apply to be on the show there. Thanks again, and know that you are loved. Awesome Life, we look for the world changers who want to live in creativity, authenticity, and profitability whenever, wherever. So check out trueawesomelife.com and let's get started.